You know, the new Supreme Court term is going to cover an affirmative action case with, I think, Harvard or Yale. It's one of the Ivy Leagues, in which Asian American students allege that they were being discriminated against because of the racial quotas that Harvard implemented to control the diversity of its incoming classes.
Oh yeah,
it's right? Crazy. Yeah. So where are you on this affirmative action thing?
No, hold on. Before you
I think it's really applicable.
That was
here.
a red herring, sir. Please go back.
No, I think it's
we'll
really
cover that
applicable
later.
because
go back to what we were talking
it's an
about.
example of the Democratic Party and its goals in terms of racial equity, right?
I don't like racial equity. It's weird. Racial equality is better. Like
I mean, it's it's semantics.
Equity and equality are very different things.
Sure, but I think we both mean different things when we're talking about equity and equality here, right? So we can have that discussion later. But good stuff.
Yeah. So your issue is that you want to see affirmative action to stay in schools, correct? That's your viewpoint.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's a nuanced issue, and there are a lot of solutions, but that's the one that we have had, and it has ostensibly worked for a while.
I think as long as it's equal, in the sense of it's that thing of you do run that problem where someone applies to a college and they're at the top of the top of the top and they don't get in because of their quotas. And I don't know. In my personal opinion, as long as it's equal, you have an equal amount of black, white, Asian, Hispanic students.
Equal to what?
Like all equal in number, in the sense of like what you're accepting. I think if it's all equal, then it's like one of those things. I understand. But then the other issue you run into is with affirmative action is you are basing it on someone's race and not their education.
Yeah, race-based. It's a weird thing to. It gets rid of the merit system entirely.
Exactly.
Accepting people entirely based off of race is
just
not,
like the new Supreme Court.
Well, it's important to note that we don't have a merit-based admission system, and we never have because of the legacy admissions and the deference towards like white elite culture, especially in the Ivy Leagues historically.
Yeah, and I definitely think that this is one of those things that it's like a hard issue to push because it's like there are people that do deserve to be there, but because of the quotas, it's like you might get left out. Even if you have a 4.0 or whatever, 5,
I think that's
whatever.
dumb. I think you just the racial quotas entirely. Just
no,
have
but
a baseline.
See, the thing is, you have to understand that there will be those people
instead of
will discriminate, and they will only allow white people in the
instead
school.
of having a racial quota, you should racial quota. It should be more of an income quota. Because if black and brown community,
either way you slice it,
that's definitely one way to look at it.
You're discriminating.
Right?
Either way, you're discriminating in some way.
Well,
shape,
no,
or
because
form.
And you should have an incentive to discriminate because they want a culturally diverse and an economically diverse class because that helps education.
That's
and
why I say
right?
income equity would be better than racial equity because of there are for sure people in the lower class of all races, but it tends to be black and brown, as in America at least, that those black, like low income communities tend to be more black and brown, just flat out.
Yeah.
Yes, there are for sure poor white people out there. I'm not saying they don't.
So I want to